So what is the logic? The Vedic New Year does not start on Jan 1. This I've been talking about. For those of you who have been following me on LinkedIn, I've been giving a lot of posts and I've been giving a lot of logic to the argument. The basic argument, as I told, is simple. The one is a reason. Okay. And second is the season. Okay. So reason and season, when they meet, like a human being, we say that there has to be a reason for a soul to be born, right? And that is based on the Atmakaraka at a primary level, right? Then the season, once that Atmakaraka, the reasoning is clear in the Excel sheet of Brahma, there has to be a season. So they will decode some formulas, blah, blah, blah. Hey, Kaartik has got this karmas, these things. They'll put up some data. And then they will come to know that, oh, he has to be born to a parent who has to be in Somnath. This has to be there, that has to be there. His Jupiter has to be Lagna. His Shashiyamsha has to be Karka Lagna, so on and so forth. And finally, they'll find that, hey, listen, who are the people getting married? So and based on that, then that soul, and they will ensure that, they get married. The father, mother is there. So based on that, my Dwadashamsha is made. You understand? It's a very, very technical process. And my parents have to be shown in the Dwadashamsha. So my father has to be working the way he has to be working and everything else. Okay. So we are very clear that similarly, there is a reason and a season for a Vedic New Year. Why is it on a Chaitra Shukla Pratipada? So when is the New Year? It's a specific tithi, what we call it as Chaitra Shukla Pratipada. Chaitra is the month, Shukla is the Paksha, and Pratipada is the Tithi. Okay. So the first Tithi, Shukla Paksha of the month of Chaitra, is what is called as our Vedic New Year. It was the day when Mother Earth was created. So Brahma created it, right? So there is a long story. I don't have that much time to sort of get into the whole concept of creation. But let us understand that Brahma decided the Muhurta for Brahma to create it was purely based on this concept of Chaitra Shukla Pratipada is when he created. Okay. And the Kali Yuga, which is the current Yuga, was formed after a Pralaya. Pralaya is happening in when Surya and Chandra are in the sign Pisces. Okay. For those of you who know Jyotish, would understand that this is Pisces, right? This sign. And this is Aries. Aries is a fiery sign, Agni Rashi. And Meena Rashi is Jala Rashi. So this particular border between Meena Rashi and Mesha Rashi is what is called as a Gandanta. Technically, there are 4 Gandantas, not just 3. Okay. So when Sun and Moon are over here, basically is the time when there is an eclipse, or shall we say Amavasya. This year there is eclipse as well. And when there is exactly 1 degree, when the crossing happens, just at the border of the crossing, is what is called as Chaitra Shukla Pratipada chart. I'll show it to you. Don't get confused. For those of you who are new, don't worry. We are going to try it out in the chart. Okay. So this particular tithi, which is just crossing of the Gandanta or crossing of the Pralaya. So if any one of you has let's say a planet hanging over there, that planet is completely gone because he's in a Gandanta. Okay. So the Pralaya happened, let's say the whole world order, which was there before this, completely was going through Pralaya, and Brahma created it from scratch. It's Alt Control Delete, restarted the PC, and then again started with a new profile. New profile, name is Kali Yuga. And with that Kali Yuga, the Muhurta that was chosen for him to restart and make the new profile was Chaitra Shukla Pratipada. So that's why every Chaitra Shukla Pratipada is in a way restarting of that new year. We'll come to know the quality of the year. Are we very clear about it? Right? So we'll come to know the quality of the year, how it's going to be. It's also the Chaitra month chakra, which is the exact time when Amavasya ended. Okay. So I'll let you know in the charts. It is the exact time when Amavasya ends and Pratipada starts. Okay. So that first spark is when the exact time, and that is the Lagna we have to take for a country. Okay. Because that is the exact tithi we want to focus on. Shri Ram was born on a Navami. Chaitra Shukla Navami. So with this, Chaitra Shukla Pratipada is what we start as Chaitra Navratri. Most of you would be aware. A lot of you fast as well for those 9 days. Okay. We can do Mahavad Vidya Pujas also during that period. Very good for remedies. And Shri Ram was born on the 9th day. So we are going to talk about the reason and the season, okay, which is so important, right? And Raj Jyotishi. Now, a lot of you might consider that, hey, listen, what is this Raj Jyotishi? Raj Jyotishi is a very, very important person. And there is between astrologers or within astrology community, there's some who are called as Raj Jyotishis, right? They are the people who have a little finer understanding of geopolitics, shall we say, or final understanding of consulting people with high net worth, high net worth, not just in terms of the money that they have, but also in terms of high network risk, be it in terms of position, be it in terms of decision-making skills, so on and so forth. So what a good Raj Jyotishi will do, since he is the one who is also consulting the chart and the king, and who is also consulting the king of the nation, he is going to make a very, very important chart, and basically based on that, he is going to help the king or help the key people or the key decision makers or the key entrepreneurs who have a important role in that nation to basically take decisions for their personal and professional upliftment. Okay, basically from chaos to clarity. Okay. So the common question is that, does this impact you, right? This was a question which I always had, that, hey, listen, if it impacts a king of a nation or a president of a nation or a prime minister of a nation, I'm a very small person, right? Sitting somewhere and then working, how does it impact me? But it does, right? If it is going to impact your king negatively or your country negatively, there might be a civil war, there might be terrorism issues, there might be complete chaos, and at the end of it, obviously you are being impacted, right? So a good astrologer or a good Raj Jyotishi should always know how to do, what to do, and then how to correlate it with different charts. Okay. It is also called as Ugadi. Okay. And basically Chaitra Navratri is there from this year. One thing which was very important is something that needs to be understood is always look at the country's chart vis-a-vis the king. Okay. And basically you can also see Meena Rashi in your natal chart as well as your Tithi Pravesh chart. Okay. These two things also you can check apart from your Tithi Pravesh to basically then net see how things are either impacting you negatively or positively. Okay.